Nigeria's silent genocide. When faith becomes a death sentence. At sunrise, smoke rises from another village in Nigeria's Middle Belt. The air smells of burnt earth and disbelief. A few hours earlier, armed men stormed through the town, shouting as they fired into homes. When it was over, the church was gone, the pastor was gone, and the people were gone. In Nigeria today, being Christian can mean living with a target on your back. A nation torn in two, Nigeria is Africa's giant. 220 million people, more than 250 ethnic groups, and two dominant faiths, Islam and Christianity. But beneath that diversity lies a deep wound. Over the last 15 years, thousands of Christian communities have been attacked. Churches burned, pastors killed, entire villages wiped out. The attackers come from many directions. Boko Haram insurgents in the northeast, armed bandit gangs in the northwest, and heavily armed herders in the central states. Different motives, same outcome. Dead Christians, empty villages, unanswered prayers. How it began. It started with Boko Haram, whose name means Western education is forbidden. They vowed to drive out Christianity and impose their version of Islamic rule. Their campaign of terror has killed tens of thousands, destroyed churches, and left millions displaced. When the army pushed Boko Haram back, the violence mutated. Bandit groups and militant herders filled the vacuum. In states like Benue, Plateau, and Kaduna, night raids have become routine. Gunmen arrive after dark, shouting Allahu Akbar, setting houses and churches ablaze and vanishing into the bush before dawn.
Allahu Akbar.
Numbers the world ignores. The scale is staggering. Human rights groups estimate that more than 70,000 Christians have been killed since 2009. A UK Parliament report described the killings as systematic and religiously motivated. Some years, Nigeria accounted for 4 out of 5 faith-based killings of Christians worldwide. Yet outside Nigeria, the silence is deafening. No global outcry, no trending hashtag, no emergency UN summit. What drives the killing? It's not just religion, it's survival, politics, and neglect colliding. Climate change has turned grazing lands into dust, forcing herders south into farmlands mostly owned by Christian farmers. Corruption and weak policing mean attackers are rarely caught or prosecuted. Easy access to guns has turned disputes into massacres. And religious extremism gives it all a deadly edge. What used to be a local struggle over land has become a war over identity, over who belongs and who must disappear. The human cost meet Grace, a mother of 4 from Plateau State. When her village was attacked last year, she ran barefoot through the bush with her children. Her husband stayed behind to protect their home. He never made it out. Now she lives in a camp for displaced people surviving on donations and faith.
They took everything, but I still believe God is with us.
In another camp, a pastor leads worship under a tree because his church has been burned 3 times.
We rebuild because if we stop praying, we die twice.
Is it genocide? Many advocacy groups say yes. The violence targets Christians repeatedly, deliberately, and with the intent to destroy their communities. But others, scholars, NGOs, even some Nigerian officials, hesitate to use the term genocide. They argue that motives are mixed: land, revenge, poverty. Still, the pattern is undeniable. When the majority of victims belong to one faith, and the state fails to protect them, what else can we call it? Faith that refuses to die. In the ruins of a church in Benue, the congregation gathers among ashes. They sing anyway. Children clap their hands. Women dance barefoot on scorched ground. Their voices rise against the silence of the world.
They can burn our homes, but not our hope.
This is what survival looks like in Nigeria's forgotten war. Courage disguised as worship. The world must not look away. Nigeria's Christians don't need pity. They need protection, justice, and visibility. They need the world to call this what it is, a campaign of extermination hiding in plain sight. Every day that the world stays silent, another village vanishes. And every dawn, somewhere in Nigeria, smoke rises again. Because faith shouldn't be a death sentence. Not in Nigeria. Not anywhere.
How do I explain that salary that they paid me on Friday has finished today, Monday, when I'm not the prodigal son? All the vendors I told I will get back to you by the end of the month, they've started getting back to me. How do I tell them that my salary has turned its back on me? That thing I said I'm expecting did not even stay long. And in the midst of all this robbery, one boy tweeted, he said, remove 50k from that your salary and spoil yourself. I did not even spoil myself and things are spoiled like this. He said, not every time catfish. Sometimes it's tilapia. Tilapia. What happened to tilapo? Tilapia for lapo babies. Jesus have mercy. Salary that I used the whole month to check in for.